Interviews are always a bit nerve-wracking, but heading into the interview with confidence can set you in the right direction. Behavioral interview questions are meant to help explain your character to the interviewer. In this video, I'll provide 9 tips to help you ace the behavioral interview questions so you can get the job you deserve. An example of a behavioral interview question is, tell me about a time you worked effectively under pressure. And how did you handle a difficult challenge at work? First, always prepare. It doesn't matter if you think this will be the easiest interview of your life or the hardest. There is always time and room to prepare. Practice by saying your responses out loud to questions you've been asked in previous interviews. Such questions usually start with explain a time when you, or give an example of. Knowing examples ahead of time to answer these questions honestly and professionally will enhance your interview answers. Second, show you are confident. Arrive at least 15 minutes prior to the scheduled interview time. This gives you time to relax and store up your confidence. Third, be specific. This one can be tricky because though you want to give context, you don't want to sound like you memorized answers. When you're preparing, think about ways to be specific without telling a 10-minute story. The key here is to make sure you are giving a brief background on the story, followed by specific details of how you solved the problem. Fourth, use the STAR method. The STAR method is an interview technique that gives you a straightforward format you use to tell a story. You will use the layout of situation, task, action, and results. Using the STAR method will allow you to share a focused answer that clearly describes how successful you were at accomplishing a goal at a job. Fifth, emphasize your qualities. Behavioral interview questions aim to identify your strengths and traits when dealing with specific situations. These characteristics tell the company if you're a good fit for the role. Sixth, expect follow-up questions. There may be follow-up questions from your response. This is not to say you answered the question wrong, but possibly that you answered it well and the interviewer is trying to grasp the details of the situation better. Seventh, be honest. This may be the most obvious tip, but it's most important to respond truthfully to any behavioral or follow-up questions. Be honest but focus on the positive. 8. Practice to avoid your nerves getting in the way. This can be done in front of a mirror, with a friend or family member, or a colleague. Consider hiring a professional who can provide you unbiased feedback. Check the description for a link to the full article and to inquire about the interview preparation services our company offers. Finally, prepare to share personal experiences. Even if the question doesn't focus on a specific example, sharing your personal experiences is always optimal. Find a way to connect the question to a specific example. For example, if they ask about a time you dealt with a difficult customer, state, when I worked at Company B, there was a time when a customer came in with XYZ situation. She was very irate about 123. I was able to help her, and in the end, I was able to solve her problems. With many people, especially in professional work environments, working from home, a video interview is almost standard, especially for the first interview. Here are some final suggestions to handle video interviews. Wear professional attire, not just from the waist up. It will help you feel confident and avoid any snafu if your camera happens to move. Make sure to smile and be approachable. Control nervous or fidgeting behavior. One of the common things I find people do is rocking back and forth, or side to side, in their chair. Check internet and bandwidth. While most Wi-Fi is sufficient to conduct an interview, consider using an Ethernet to do a direct connection instead. It is often faster and more stable than Wi-Fi. Choose a neutral background. If you don't have a neutral background, remove any excess clutter that could be distracting. Log in at least 15 minutes before the interview. This will help you position your camera to an optimal position. It will also help avoid delays due to technical problems. Complete the interview in a quiet place. Turn off your phone, put the pets away, and ask family to give you the time you need to make a great first impression. Overall, an interview should be a time for you to shine. Preparing and reflecting before your interview will increase your chances of success. Behavioral interviewing is something you can prepare for to increase your chances of landing the perfect job. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it so it can be shared with others. Leave a comment with any additional tips you think others would appreciate.